So there are many times when you want to save off specific models to a subdirectory without kind of cluttering things or without doing other operations. It's sometimes just very easy to do save as to released or save to released for some of these operations. So we're going to demonstrate that by first creating a release directory using the set nitro releaster. And that's really what this is all focused about. Is the save to released is really focused on pushing content to the Nitro-CELL release directories. So we're going to give this a name like my release files, and that's going to create a subdirectory within the working directory with that name. And every time this Nitro-CELL workbook is ran, it's going to recreate a new version of that, and you'll see it'll have a point revision associated with it. So the next thing we want to do is a save as. And we'll do a save, we want to save to released. There we go. And in this particular case, it only needs a simple table in Excel with item name. So I'm going to go ahead and create that. And you can wildcard this too. So we'll do item name. And then we'll just highlight that, new Control T to create a table out of that. And then we'll give that table a name like my table. So let's start off with something simple like basket.prt. So when we run this, we need to tie that table to this command. So my table is going to be the reference for this. And when we run this, it's going to create a sub folder called my rel files and do a save of that content that's there. If we come back in and we say, you know something, I also want to do cone.prt, grill.prt, and if we run this again, you'll notice that it is created a new versioned release directory with those items that are in there. You'll also notice that those actually were in session. So if we said no part.prt and ran it again, we'll get our new version here for this new directory. And you'll also notice that the execution errors shows up and says, hey, there is no file in session that matches that pattern. So it is it's a very straightforward thing to use. The nice thing about using the release directories is you do get kind of a version. What is the current save as requirement here? Very helpful if you're doing kind of configure to order or dynamic configuration of specific models that need to be updated or changed. When you tie this into like a Power Query to kind of feed this process, to determine, what processes or what files need to be changed or altered for saving. It just becomes really, really, really slick with Excel tables, Power Query, and also this function here.